Hi guys, this is Katja with Creators Image Studio. Today's project I created and designed as a guest designer for Crealies, and you can check out their website at crealies.com or crealies.nl for the Dutch version. So check it out guys, it's a great Dutch company and they sell all kinds of lovely stamps and dies and all kinds of fun stuff. And today this design, it's new and it's very small. As you can see, this is a micro album and it is a special micro album. Its theme is tea. Now we start off here with Tijd voor thee, or in English, Time for Tea. Now this is a die set by Crealies, a text die set. And they have many of these guys and this is one of the latest one. So it says, actually it has two options, so tijd voor thee or thee voor twee. So time for tea or tea for two. And they have English language ones as well, text dies that is, and also German ones and maybe even French ones, I'm not even sure. But also for international viewers, this can be a very interesting web shop for you guys. Anyway, now their die comes with some dots here to dot the I's and the J's, but that is so small. I tend to lose these kinds of micro paper snippets. So what I did is use simply 2 droplets of liquid pearl or some such. Mine are by Nuvo, and that will do just fine, as you can see. And then I added some glossy accents here on this part of the pattern of the design paper, which by the way is Tea Time, the Tea Time collection by Craft and Dew. A lovely paper. And the nice thing about this design, well, there are several things actually, but one of the nice things I think is that it only takes 1 sheet of double-sided design paper. So 1 sheet only, guys, of 12 by 12 inch. So no big paper pads needed. So here you see a nice little tea tag, the ones that you see on the actual tea bags. And this is the first Crealies product that I use, and I'm going to show you those throughout this video, of course. We start off with this lovely tea bag die, and here you see the tea tag or the tea bag tag. I don't know exactly how to call it. And this is great in its detail. Of course you could cut this by hand, but you know these details, they can hardly be imitated by hand. It starts off with these little stubbed corners here, but then this piece here, I compared it with an actual tea bag and it is exactly the way they are. So this is a great piece of design. And here you see a stamp, Hug in a Mug, which is the second product that I used, or part of the second product, which is a stamp set. So these are all tea related stamps and you will see them throughout the project. So this is the first, and this is a fussy cut butterfly that I fussy cut from the paper actually. And then on the back, all paper is double-sided. I attached my handmade charm, which on the one hand I always incorporate into my mini album projects. On the other hand, it also adds a little weight, so it will actually hang down, which is great. So there you go. So let's open it up. Simple piece of ribbon or trim. Now the nice and unique thing about this little micro album is that every page is an actual tea bag. So I die cut this with the die set that I just showed you. So this is the tea bag die by Crealies, which is Teariffic. And here is what I did with this. Of course you can use it as actual tea bags, and but I added this kind of closure here and turn them into mini album pages that you then can fill up with actual tea bags. So let's start at the beginning. Here is a cut apart from the large cut apart sheet that I just showed you, and this is one of the cut apart tags, and I stamped my name on the back of that. So this is just a nice piece of decoration. These are all of the tea bags, and I decorated. I will open them, but let's go to the outside first. So each one of them has this closure here, and everything is, as I said, is one sheet of design paper. So here, well, this was such a nice piece of design paper that I didn't do too much to it except stamp it here. So T for 2, again the stamp set. And the next page, on the back, another stamp, your Teariffic. And I fussy cut a little butterfly here, added some stickles, and then I popped it up with some dimensional tape. And this is the third tea bag page. Now here I used, well, first off, another stamp, just to relax. So there's a lot of bang for your buck, guys, because we're still not through the whole set. So just relax. Added some glossy accents here. And here you see 2 new dies, or die sets actually, by Crealies. So the first one is this one. Now I used it to decorate it, well, to use as part of a floral decoration, which is one way of using it. And all of the die cuts I cut from design paper, so which gives an extra nice effect. And you can also use these to act as the little steam cloud from your teacup, because Crealies also has a teacup die set. I don't have them, but check out their website, and then you can add this to add some steam to your filled teacup, as it were. So very creative there. And I used it as a piece of floral decoration. Speaking of which, the flower here is part of this die set here. 3 lovely flowers. Set of 3, it says. And most of these that I'm showing you are part of their April and March collections of this year. So, and last but not least, added a little piece of bling there. Now here on the front I decorated it as well, mostly because the paper was didn't show too much pattern here, so I decorated it. Here it says I love tea, one of the stamps again, and then I added some glitter glue by Nuvo here to the heart. And here I added a Nuvo in a different color to the butterfly that I fussy cut, so I added this butterfly. And I gave it some antlers, or antennae actually, not antlers. It's not a deer. Sorry about that. So some antennae, and I used some Nuvo for that as well. Which brings me to the corner pieces here. And these are dies by Crealies again. And these are their Inside or Out series. So there you go. Some nice corner decorations. And then to the last page, again lots of dies used here and a stamp. Enjoy tea time. So there's no doubling of stamps here, all of them are unique, and you can find them as mentioned in this stamp set. So the die sets that I used first off are 2 leaf sets. Now why 2? Because as you can see, these are mirror images, and I always want those and I can never find them, but Crealies has them. So as far as I can tell, they are one of the few, or maybe even the only company that has these mirrored die sets, so you can actually combine them like so, like I did here, so on the left and to the right of your flowers. So I really like that. And then the flower set, well, I already showed you that one. That was a set of 3. And I simply stacked them on top of each other. I didn't do much more to them. I thought I'd let the paper showcase itself. It is cut from the design paper, as you can see. Of course, I could have added some dimension, as I've seen many people do with their die cut flowers, but I didn't do it here. And then on the last page, the inside back cover, again cut apart from the cut apart sheet. Another cut apart here that I simply folded in half, so you have a little journaling spot. Or if you are gifting this micro booklet, you can write your personal message or your birthday wishes, or well, whatever you would like to send to someone. Now, as for the tea bags, aren't they stinking cute, guys? I really love this design, even if I say so myself. So there you go. You can open, and you can freely open them. So I tricked the hidden hinge binding here, guys, because normally you would have the hidden hinge continue on to here, and then this wouldn't be able to open. So how did I do that, huh? Check out my tutorial in my Etsy shop to find out. It's very affordable. So here is your tea bag. Now, of course, you would fill that up with some fresh tea bags. So I am going, for demonstration purposes, just add a random one. And since I'm not actually gifting this booklet, this micro book right now, of course, you would fill it up only if you are really gifting it. So at the moment that you are giving it away. Oh, and I'm just very carefully putting it inside. Now you can leave this out, or you can tuck it inside, which I will do. Now you will have to press it a bit, because these tea bags are of course not designed to be inside a mini album as part of a micro album page. So be careful and not force anything. Now remember, this is meant as a gift, so this would be a one-time thing, right? So it's not meant to keep pulling these out and then putting new ones in. So it's just for fun. So as long as you're careful, it will work, as you see. So you can fill them up, all of them, and as you can see, I just put a tea bag inside, and be careful about it, and it will work. So imagine you getting this as a gift, opening it up, and surprise, surprise, there is some actual tea inside this tea bag. It's a bit crumpled, but it's frumpy here, but it's not, that doesn't matter, right? So there you go. So guys, this is a unique design. I haven't seen this before, not in this particular way, especially not with the hidden hinge binding, that I adapted especially for this kind of design, so that your pages are not completely filling up that hinge, and yet there is a continuing here of the cardstock. So there's a trick that I am going to teach you in my tutorial that you can find in my Etsy shop. I really do recommend the die set, because not only does it make life a lot easier, but also because these details in these dies, look at these little, don't know if you see it, these little notches here, very subtly done. The die takes care of that, so it's not just die cutting but also embossing that it does. And this is what you see in many tea bags. Well, not this one that I showed you here, because this has stripes, but many have these little notches here, and that you cannot imitate by hand unless you want to go with some embossing pens and go through all of these notches, well, which I wouldn't do in my life ever. So that is one of the things I find very admirably designed actually by Crealies. That's why I love them so much. It's these kind of details, and also the little tea bag tag here with all of its details, and the little embossed line here. So of course you can cut these by hand, but not with all of these lovely details, and they are very affordable is my experience. So there you go. I hope you check out my design, and press the like if you like this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.